Hi Leo, welcome to your 1st to the 7th of April 2024. So the 3-month reading is now on deal. If you want to check it out, it's in the description box below. It covers your love life, your career, what you need to know in the next 3 months. It's in the description or the comment section. You can book a face-to-face, I'm now available, or you can do the tarot coaching package, which is all in the description box below. The tarot coaching is not a course, it's not to teach you how to do tarot. It is a life course, it is deep therapy and healing. It's been very successful, so for those Leos, check it out in the description below. So I know it's been a while, but there's a lot going on, so let's take a look and see what the energy is. Mercury retrograde is on the 1st of April, so do be prepared for that. So Mercury retrograde is the past coming back. It is old unconscious stuff, old trauma, things we've kind of unacknowledged coming back to the surface. Doesn't always have to be bad though. You know, with Mercury retrograde, we can bring past hobbies back, past passions back. Mercury retrograde can be a very successful time if you use it correctly. A lot of people go into fear mode, but it's really about, okay, what did I put on the back burner? What kind of debt is it from the past? What's dragging me back from the past? So for those who use Mercury retrograde correctly, it's a very powerful time. For those people who fear it, it can be a scary time, okay? So we do have the Three of Pentacles reversed. So some of you, there could be a job that's not working. So the Three of Pentacles reversed is kind of, some of you, you might be working 3 jobs, but it's just not working for you. But the message I'm getting with the Three of Pentacles reversed is something isn't working. It's not worth the work. Three of Pentacles people are like people who put a lot of work into something, but you want to make sure that when you're putting a lot of effort into a relationship, a friendship, or a business, it is feeding back in. It is imperative to work hard, of course it is, right? But if you're working and working and working, giving and giving and giving, and those things are not given back, get rid. Okay? That's what a lot of people do. They'll spend their life giving and giving and giving to this matrix system, whatever you want to call it, and they get absolutely nothing back for it. Okay, so being intelligent is where you're giving and giving and giving and putting energy into something, but it's also bringing in dividends, whether it be reciprocal energy, money, capital gains for the future. Okay, 2 of Cups. What I'm getting for some of you though is maybe you're not prioritising a relationship. So this is something I'm seeing with a lot of people as well. This is where people are so busy with their work that they forget to give to the people in their life who were important, okay? So I had a Middle Eastern man say this to me about, a woman left me because I work too much. So I told him about, Western men and how they do work long hours. And when I mentioned the Middle East, he went, oh, please don't say it like that. So I just capped him. I said, listen, Western men work from 7 till 6. Middle Eastern men work from 5 till 5 again. In other words, 24 hours, right? And he was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, exactly. So again, I do think it's cultural differences. I do think some men kind of money, bag, and then they wonder why they end up alone, or they end up with problems in the relationship. So some of you Leo men watching this, I do think you can be very tenacious, you can be very hardworking, but don't get mad when a woman gives up on you. Don't get mad when a woman walks away. Look, women like money, they like cars, they like a man with his shit together. They also like love. Okay, if you give a woman, most women, love over money, she'll take your love over money any day. Honestly. Okay, women are quite simple, right? They want love and nurture and time and energy far more than they want big cars and money and all of that. If you can give a woman that, most of the rest she won't care about. Of course, whores care about that. Right, my man's got to be a gangster, he's got to be a G, he's got to be making so much money. But real women, they just want your time, your energy, you to listen to you, for you to be present. So for the Leo man, I think you're having issues in a connection, but it could be easily fixed if you just start giving the woman what she actually needs instead of what you think she needs. A lot of men aren't listening. You talk to them, they're not even listening. They talk more than they listen. They don't listen to women. I talk to them all the time and they're just checked out. Even when they think they're listening, they're not listening. You need to start listening because the woman is telling you what she needs, but you're not providing it. For the Leo woman, I think you're banging your head against the wall when it comes to a connection in your life. This could be because you're dealing with that kind of man who thinks he needs this, that and the other before he can have a successful relationship. Some of you have got a new relationship coming your way. It could be with a Sagittarius man. This could also be someone you reconnect with the Mercury retrograde. So maybe someone taking distance has made another person realise just what they mean to them. So it could be for the Leo woman, you really stepped into your power and put your foot down and made it clear to this person, choose me or lose me, I want your time, I want your energy. So now he's starting to warm up to that and he's actually listening, okay? Because when a man really likes you, he's going to listen. That's how to know if a man likes you. If a man really likes you, he listens intently. If a man doesn't really like you that much and he just wants to bang you, he acts like he's listening, but he's not listening. When a man cares about you, he wants to know every detail, because in his mind as a man, he's thinking, how can I make this woman happy? Like, how can I impress her? So every word you say to him, he's listening to it. And that's how to catch if a man cares about you, or he just sees tits and ass. And that's it. But I do think for some of you Leos, like, there is that guy, and it might be a past person, and maybe he's had some issues and he's going to make a comeback, and it's kind of, okay, I'm listening now and I really want to fight for it, and the distance has woke me up, sort of thing. Money wise, it looks good. Some of you have got multiple incomes. You've got like kind of like side hustle, you're doing a lot of investment. Money looks good this week if you're doing that. So for some of you Leos, if you're really putting your energy into the bag, if you're really kind of diversifying your portfolio, it looks really, really good. I do get someone is losing a true love because money is the whole focus. And this is what I watch people doing all the time. They're running after the bag, they're running after the hustle, they're running after the image, and they're tying themselves in knots. You'll get what you want, you'll get the money, and you'll get the mansion, and you'll get the cars, but you won't have that person. So the thing with love is it can show up at any time, and sometimes, like, you know what they say, life is making plans, and plans happen and why you're making plans. In other words, a lot of us, we have an idea in our mind and we're making plans, but life is always happening as we're making plans. Okay, so what I mean is, life is what happens when you're busy making other plans, and that's what I'm getting for Leos this week. You're busy making other plans, you're getting distracted, but actually the thing that you're going to need in time, the thing that is going to be your ultimate anchor is being lost. Because you're too busy making other plans or thinking you need this or you need that, instead of being smart. So there's something about needing to truly listen and to truly tune in, okay? This is what I do. I'm very, very careful. Like, even when I'm in problems, even when there's challenges, I'll pay attention to people around me, because I'm like, I don't want to lose this person. Maybe I'm going through hell and a friend will call me and I don't have the time and I don't have the energy. I'll make the time. Because I'm not losing that person because I was in a problem and I wasn't showing up for that person. So it's kind of that, right? You'd have to really, really be tuned in and be careful with kind of getting lost, because this is where you start to lose true friends, true family. You might lose true love along the way because you're too busy out there making plans. So some of you Leos, you're kicking ass and taking names and it's good. But again, you're getting a bit lost in what's not going to matter. Okay? It's as that, what is his name? Bill Gates said, once you get so rich, a cheeseburger's a cheeseburger. Obviously money matters. We've all got constraints. People are under a lot of fucking pressure. It is not nice to be human right now. There is a lot of pressure. And even if you're not going through pressure, you're having to look at other humans who are going through pressure. So it's kind of hard right now to be a human being. Even if you're in the good stuff, a lot of people are suffering and that can rub off on you. What I'm saying is, for you this week, it's time to reconnect with what's truly, truly valuable. There's nothing wrong with wanting money. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things. But don't forget the things that really matter. Like, call people up you haven't spoke to for a while. Like, make time for people. Make sure you're present when you're with people. Like, there's something about Leos getting wrapped up in themselves and kind of the superficial a little bit. And you might regret that later. There's also something to do with a masculine who you're battling your head against the wall. He's got multiple women in conflict over him. I do think for the Leo woman, you want a true connection. This is not what you want. You want a true connection. So what I'm getting here is this is a man who's got a lot of conflict around him. He's talking to multiple people. That's not going to bring anything good. Okay? Most women don't want to share their man. They don't. Some women, whatever, do you. I couldn't give a shit. Like, if that's your thing and if that's what turns you on, fine. But most, even men, we don't want to share our person with another person. I think a lot of people are learning to accept that you just tolerate whatever. But no. So some of you Leos, actually, I do think it's about putting your foot down and being like, listen, if you want these women, that's fine, but you don't get me too. You know, for the Leo man, I think you keep attracting women who've got like a lot of issues, like there's a lot of drama, like they've got a lot of issues. I think the collective now is really looking for stability because there's so much chaos taking place, and you're not going to find peace in chaos. So right now, if your life is chaotic and you're looking to chaos to fix it, it's a smoking gun. You know, so for Leos this week though, I do think it's amazing. Some of yous, like, yeah, manifesting in your power. That she's wearing brown, so brown is all about being grounded, being level-headed, being practical. You're taking time for friends, family, yourself, money. Some of yous, it's a really powerful time. Yeah, some of yous might be buying your first home or moving in to your first home, because the Four of Wands is all about moving into your first home. Some of you are just celebrating yourself. You're single, you're celebrating yourself. But yeah, I just think, and I know this for me, like sometimes we just get wrapped up in the matrix, we get wrapped up in the fear, we get wrapped up in the stress, we get wrapped up in the games. But I do think there's a lot of people now who just kind of, they're just like, what the fuck are you even, like, no? Like, they're watching themselves making choices and then they're looking and go, why am I making these choices? It's unconscious, it's collective conditioning. That guy's doing it, so we're doing it. It's like, no. Now's the time to ground yourself and be like, I don't care what you're doing or she's doing or the girl down the street's doing. I'm doing me and what I'm going to be doing. Because that's how you build a solid life, right? You don't build a solid life following the trends, following the fads. You build a solid life by listening to yourself and saying, this is actually what I want. Now, some people are into all this kind of, multiple party situation, fuck a new person every night. But there's a lot of people who are not, and that's okay. Okay, so I think the message for Leo is don't say yes to things you really want to say no to, and know what you want. And just, if you just act in what you want, there's not going to be no problems, because people are not going to be able to control you, they're not going to be able to dictate to you, they're not going to be able to manipulate you. I do think as well, like when it comes to this masculine, if you stand your ground, then he might get rid of the other women because he does see your value. That's another message. Like, he does see your value, but you're going to have to stand your ground. Okay? Because if a man can have his cake and eat it, that's most men will. Not all men, but a lot of them will do it. So by you standing your ground and saying, listen, do you, no judgments, and that's it. I think everyone's out here being angry at each other. Do you? That's it, like, do you, right? By being strong in who you are, a lot of good stuff is coming this week for yous. But some of yous are banging your head against the wall, like yous have got someone who's full of drama, there's people around you who are full of drama, there's people distracting you, you're not making good choices, you're leading from your primal brain instead of your cognitive brain. So our primal brain is what we desire, wishful thinking, as opposed to common sense. I think it's a week for you to be in common sense. It's a week to get out of your hedonistic and your primal drives and to get into your higher self, and you'll make good choices. Okay? But yeah, I'm seeing a door to personal healing and happiness. You can check the tarot coaching in the link below, 6 readings and a journal. But yeah, some of you are really just doing you. Okay, this is where you're taking responsibility. You're not out here like most people, projecting, deflecting, blaming. You're taking responsibility. It's like, this is my life, this is my heart, this is my energy, and I'm making choices where I pour my heart, my time, my energy. Some of you are really wrapped up in drama, but you're also not looking at that you're feeding that drama. For drama to be present in your life, for chaos to be present in your life, you've got to be feeding that drama and that chaos. And that's it. I'm not judging you, as you know, it's easy. I think it's easy, like, humans are very primal, we can get wrapped up. Just don't get wrapped up, because there's too much growth coming for you if you can really just start conceding on your primal. If you can be like, you know what, I've got better things to do. This could be a new house, it could be a new relationship, this is where you stand your ground. Either this person falls away, someone better comes in, or by standing your ground, if people start to come right, act correctly, or this person chooses you. I think it's about not conceding on your value system. And some of you need to look at your values this week, because money matters, status matters, nice things matter. But in the end, it's really about who you've got around you. Okay? It's about not selling out for things that don't matter. Staying true, basically. Redefining your value system. Enjoy your week. Check out the links below, and I'll speak to you soon.